Hi guys, welcome. Welcome back. Last day, best day. The most serious people show up on day three. So I love that 100 of you are here ready to go right away. Thank you for making the time, putting this in your calendar, and being the first people to show up on day three. That says a ton. We have got some really exciting stuff to talk about, you guys, with Jeff being here today. It's going to be all of your marketing hearts. Get ready. We're going to talk about all the content and marketing you guys want. All right, as we get started today, let's do the usual. Let's celebrate some wins, huh? If you guys have a win to share or something that you are super proud of, maybe an action you took from the last couple of days, an aha moment you had. Hopefully after yesterday, it's some numbers that you were able to calculate that you hadn't calculated before, a realization of how you're operating. Let's hear it. Who wants to share a win with us? You can drop it in the chat, or you know what? You can raise your hand and we'll have you unmute and share with the group this morning.
Ooh,
Caitlin, re-merchandising like crazy. And the sales show it. It's so funny. That is, Sarah, you and I could speak to this.
yes,
I feel like every time we talk about merchandising in boot camp, like that's where people can make money the fastest because there's money literally sitting there hiding in your inventory right now.
you bet. Make that old stuff look new. Get excited about it. We sell what we're excited about. And yeah, the other part of that, I will say, and you guys in the chat, tell me if this is you. If you're brick and mortar, as soon as you tear a wall down to redo it, it's like somebody unloaded an entire busload of shoppers. All of a sudden, people come in. When you're not re-merchandising, it's like crickets. And as soon as you make a mess in your store, it's like whoosh, everybody's there. But that's where you make the money.
That's exactly right. Angela, I'm super proud of you for this. Reconfigured my bundles online to clear out old stock.
Yes.
Yeah, there's money hiding in there.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
The
Anna
scavenger
did
hunt was
monthly and
successful.
first quarter. Oh, go ahead, Sarah. What was that?
I said the scavenger hunt was successful. You found it. You're finding that money sitting in your store. I love it.
All right, Jessica met with a virtual assistant, slowly becoming a CEO, not just an entrepreneur. Amen. That is our goal for every single person. We all go through that. Everybody starts as a hustling entrepreneur, right? We're just trying to figure out how to make this thing work. We're trying to figure out how to get the daily necessities done, but then we realize, oh, there's an easier way. There's a better way. There's a way we can scale this thing faster when we ask for help. Ina, I've got to give you a shout out. All the way from Norway, 3 days in a row, you've been here. You were amazing. Hopefully you guys saw her shop. Ina, drop your link again. ColourPop. So cute. So many good things. Okay, Bandy, we moved some things to the front counter to add another 10 to $20 in add-on sales. Perfect. Okay, you guys drop your average order value. We talked about this yesterday. What's your average order value and what's your strategy to bump it up? That's a great strategy. The bundle's a great strategy. Training your team on suggestive selling, another great strategy. Better merchandising and photography on your website, collections on your website. Such an important strategy.
Mm-hmm. So now that you guys know, some of you guys that are just figuring out what your average order value is, this is a great way to encourage and incentivize your team. Let's get that 65 to 70. Let's get that 50 to 55 to 60. Just see how the difference it makes in your business. Gamify it. Use all these different things to incentivize your team to work harder too.
That's for sure. So good. Okay. Oh, Monica hired my first employee yesterday. Congratulations.
Woo-hoo.
That's a big step. Mentally, that's a big step. I think a lot of people get hung up on that hurdle of feeling like, oh, it's such a big deal. But it's so essential from moving from an entrepreneur to a CEO. So congratulations. That's a great, great opportunity. About to hit 1,000 followers, Leslie. Keep going, keep going. Oh, and then we've got Mandy. We just hit 10,000 followers this week. Amazing. This was big. Kim Mallard, I'm going to call you out. A lot of people talked about this yesterday, or had questions about this, right? When we were calculating conversion rate. And obviously, Shopify will do that for you on the back end. But as a brick and mortar, you've got to be able to manually count those people coming in, right? So the importance of whether you're doing just tally marks and getting a good average for the week, or you're actually buying a door counter on Amazon, such an important metric to have a hold of. All right. What other wins do we have, Sarah?
What is bundles? I'm working on a plan to find out the conversion. What is bundles? So bundles is what we were talking about yesterday. Is another way to increase your average order value. Is a lot of times what I like to do is take like a really popular product, something that has high demand, and bundle something lower demand with it. Right. That encourages they both go out the door at the same time. It kind of is like bundling. The example I used yesterday is if you sell lamps, you sell light bulbs with that. So you bundle that. Helping that customer to understand how things work together, more apt to buy two things rather than just one. You can bundle a necklace, buy a sweater, get a necklace, or upsell to like a $10 necklace. Maybe you're reducing the price on the second item a little bit. Lots of different ways, but ultimately it's to get people to buy more than just one item at a time.
I love it. Welcome, you guys. Tons of you are just jumping on. Share your wins. What actions are you taking? What was your aha moment? Let's celebrate some good things in the chat this morning.
Zombies are on sale. Who put some zombies on sale yesterday? Yes, I like that.
Kill those zombies.
Get them out the door. They are living rent
Sarah,
free. They are living rent free. That is no go.
Sarah, I have a really good idea for a Facebook ad. And
Oh
it's
my
going to
God.
be you.
No.
It's going to be you and I and zombie guns. And we're going to go into a local boutique and we're going to kill some zombies. We're going to be zombie hunters. Jeff, what do you think about this? I think this is going to be freaking awesome.
Sure. 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 A zombie. I'm not sure what a zombie gun is actually. I was trying
Zombie
to
gun
figure
is
out,
either.
I was trying to figure out exactly what a gun specific to zombies is.
Thinking like a
I
good
don't know
Nerf
what
gun,
a zombie gun is either. Oh.
Zombie Hunters. Sarah, it's going to be a series. It's going to be a YouTube mini
Oh,
series called Zombie
now,
Hunters. And it's
now
going to
it's
be
a
all
mini
about like,
series.
yeah, a mini series. It's going to be a moving out old inventory and it's going to be called Zombie Hunters. Chris, I know you're in the chat. Let's orchestrate this. Who would tune into a mini series called Zombie Hunters? Melissa? Yes. Caitlin? Yes. Ghostbuster style, for sure.
I'm getting
Ghostbuster style.
sweaty. I'm getting sweaty.
We
Okay.
get like a painting, like a painter's suit, like a one piece and put some patches on it. We'll get guns. It's gonna be so fun. Gal, yes. BB guns with zombies on them. Mandy, are you speaking from experience? Do you own one of those? That would be so good. Angie, we need
Anything
to
for
get
you hub
Jeff on.
members, that's for sure. Anything to help with education for hubbies. I'm on board.
I know when you say brown bananas, it's not that urgent, but when you say zombies, it's gotta go. I
Yeah,
agree.
there we go. All right. I like that.
I agree.
Mary.
Jeff, how should we get Jeff involved in our ads? I feel like he does need to be in some of them. I don't know. Leopard
I,
pants. We'll come up with something.
I think there's a trend at the boutique hub for Ashley to come up with all of these ideas and then immediately say, how do we get blank involved in these ads? Is what I think.
That's what I think
I
too.
can Jeff. Rachel asked, can Jeff narrate? Now that would actually be entertaining, I feel like. My son had one. Oh, Mandy, that's how you know. Okay, perfect. All right, we're getting a little bit off track. I think the ad conversation is gonna flow into what we're talking about today. So definitely on point. We just got to get rid of that old inventory. We're gonna make it happen. All right. Should we get started, guys? Should we jump into it? Keep sharing your wins if you're just jumping on for today. We would love to hear what you're implementing, what you're working on, what you're celebrating. I did see, was it Aaron who said a little bit ago that they're coming to Summit? I think Aaron just said, "Hey, I booked my ticket. I'm coming solo. I want to meet people." Is that you, Aaron? Yay! Okay, welcome. There's a ton of people coming by themselves who have never been there before. You will not be alone, I can guarantee you that. This is where a lot of people make really, really great relationships getting to meet people for the same time. So, guys, if you're coming to Summit, will you please say, I'm coming to Summit in the chat? And then, Aaron, maybe you can connect with some people here. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at you. Tons of you guys. Tons of you guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll put a thread in the Retail Bootcamp Accelerator group too about that, so we can kind of gear up together.
I love it. Sadie, going to my first out-of-state show, going to the Little Britches finals. Oh, Lazy E, here we come.
Ooh,
Shout out to our rodeo girls in the house.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
it. Okay. All right. Yes, Jennifer, there will be an online option for Summit too. You'll be able to grab a virtual ticket if you can't join us in person. Samantha, when do those go on sale?
Those will be in the beginning of August, so that'll be closer to the event. So
Okay.
stay tuned. We'll make sure you guys know when those digital tickets are available. I think it's actually like July 31st.
Okay.
And I do
Perfect.
want to shout out Ashley too, is that people that are worried about not knowing anybody, we're having a welcome reception the Saturday night before Summit. So we'll all meet up there, have a drink. You can get your bag, early check-in. We want to make sure everybody gets connected. So you will not feel alone. You're going to leave with five new best friends at least.
I love it. That's a great way. Great way to meet people. Okay, all right. Well, let's jump into it, you guys. We have a lot of things to talk about today. So, just a reminder, I saw a ton of you sharing in your Instagram stories the last 2 days. This is your last chance. So, stop what you're doing, grab your phone, snap a picture, or like write on a post-it note what action you took. Put it on your Instagram story, tag the Boutique Hub. Shannon Gordon is here on the call in the chat. Shannon, I think the plan, you can drop this in the chat if you'd like, but the plan is she's going to pick her 3 winners and announce them on our Instagram stories. So you've got to be there to go check out the winners today after summer school is over. So you've got until the end of our time, the next hour and a half, to drop a story, tag the Boutique Hub, and then we're giving away a new Apple Neo notebook computer. We'll ship it right to your house. And then summit tickets and 3 months free of Retail Bootcamp Accelerator. All right. Okay. Again, day 3. I know lots of you were here for day 1, day 2, but again, drop in the chat if this is your first time with the Boutique Hub at a Boutique Hub training of any kind. And then drop in the chat if you're a Boutique Hub Black member, a Retail Bootcamp, a Retail Bootcamp Accelerator, or a general member of the Hub. Kind of give me the lay of the land of who's here today. I know the last couple of days we had a ton of new people who we haven't had a chance to meet yet. So I love that you're jumping in. A little bit about us. We serve across all 50 states and 7 countries, over 150,000 small businesses now. We've had the opportunity to serve. We've welcomed over 3,500 people in person at our summit events. We have over 7,000 members. We're just about to cross 3 million podcast downloads, which is a huge deal. So we'll have to do some celebrating when it comes time to cross that mark as well. Kicking us off today, we have 4 amazing people on this call, 3 amazing people on this call. I'm Ashley Alderson. I'm the founder of the Boutique Hub. I love getting to spend time with you guys, pour into you, and be a little goofy and quirky along the way and try not to say too many inappropriate things as we go. But I love all things CEO strategy, mindset, just overall business health, growth, scale strategy. And I love digital marketing as well. So you'll hear a lot of that from me here and then also in Retail Bootcamp and Retail Bootcamp Accelerator on a regular basis. Sarah, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, you bet. I'm excited to be back here for day 3. I just my thing. I geek out about numbers. For all you guys that were here yesterday, I shouldn't say I absolutely love math, but I love to see what the retail numbers can do for you in your business. So I'm an ex-retailer. Been in retail since the early 90s, came to work here at the Hub back in 2017. I was a member of the Hub before I came to help Ashley here build out all the education and all the things that we're doing here at the Boutique Hub. And so I'm an open book, you guys. As you know, I will tell stories about my old business. I talk in analogies because that's how I learn. I like real life examples, and that's really what resonates with me. So I've had an opportunity to chat in my DMs with so many of you guys the last couple of days. I'm pumped that you guys are back. And yeah, I'm team rodeo as well, mother of 2. I'm an empty nester. So all those things, I love to talk about all that. But when it comes to your business, I really do have a passion for numbers, merchandising, sales strategy, team management, and the foundations of your business. So I'm going to turn it over to the marketing guru here, Jeff Fenn. This is the kind of that what we're talking about today is really kind of his wheelhouse. I'm here to support everybody as always here in summer school. So Jeff, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be here. I'm not so excited to introduce myself. I can tell you that. As you guys know, I don't necessarily love this portion. But I'm Jeff. I run Boutique Hub Black here at the Boutique Hub, and I consult with right around 150 boutique owners every single week. I have done so week after week for 3 years running. And I think that has allowed me to develop a really interesting perspective in the boutique industry. Not only do we have direct access inside Black to monitor ad performance and Shopify performance and conversion rate and performance, but it allows us to pick up on trends and pick up on strategies and pick up on all the methods that are working and the ones that don't. And so my goal here is today is to just share some of those things with you and show you how you can set yourself up for like that rocket ship ride, by focusing on the foundational layers of your business. And so I hope to do that. I hope to do that. So hold me to it. Ask the tough questions. Ask the tough questions. Get the things off your mind. Ask me for the deets. Go wild, and we'll go through it.
I love it. All right. Jim has been here the last couple of days as well. We have not had him. We haven't put him on the spot to do a formal introduction yet. Jim, you ready? Time for you to introduce yourself, buddy.
Yeah, hey everybody. I'm Jim Niderfer. I'm the director of AI and innovation for the Hub. And similar to what Jeff does with the ad and the marketing with the AI, because it's such a fast-moving flow of information, it's like a rocket ship that just changes really every day. Our mission here in AI is to take the best of the best practices from AI and bring that to you in the Hub. We've created the Boss system, which many of you guys are already using. So the Boss system is our initiative to do that, to bring you the best of AI.
I love it. And we're just getting started. So many things to go. So many things we're continuing to build in there. So happy to have all of you guys here today to help pour into everybody. I added this slide today because I've seen a lot of questions in the chat about different levels of working with the Boutique Hub. And this is something our team has really been working hard on in the last couple of years to really make this as seamless and streamlined and easy to understand as we can here at the Boutique Hub. And I like to think about the ways that we can work with you in your business. It's different, right? Depending on who you are, what your needs are, what your experience level is, what your goals are. And I want to highlight Samantha Connor. I'm going to drop her link to jump on her calendar in just a second in case you're confused about where do you really fit into all the opportunities here at the Boutique Hub. But basically, there's three types of memberships here at the Hub. First is our General Hub membership, which has been around since 2013. And this is where we share tons of information. This is where our community lives. It's 14 Facebook groups. We do weekly education series with our service providers and partners every week. We have over 800 plus wholesale vendors and connections, our Ask Ashley AI, which many of you have been talking about the last couple of days. And we do in-person meetups at markets and trade shows all over the country. We have an inventory exchange, just tons of resources. To me, the Boutique Hub's general membership is for every single person here, but it's all DIY information. We're going to get you the information you need, but it's up to you to go ahead and plug it and play it yourself. The second level is really what we've been talking about the last couple of days, and that's Retail Bootcamp Accelerator. This used to be just kind of a standalone. We just did Retail Bootcamp a couple of times a year. We felt like that was no longer serving the industry in the best way possible. And so with the launch of Boss, we wanted to build something brand new that our industry had never seen before, which included the Boss AI operating system, and then an ongoing 52 weeks a year small group coaching, Sarah and I working directly with you in your business. And that, as you saw the last couple of days, actually includes this level of membership. You're going to get access to both of those things right there. And then finally, I love that Jeff is here today because the highest level of what we do here at the Hub, once you've built out those 6 layers of retail, like we've been talking about, and you're ready to just pour on traffic and optimize your conversions and really scale the great business that you've built, that's what Boutique Black is for. You have a one-on-one coach. We have amazing coaches inside of Boutique Black that get to work with you and get to know you personally and help you build out a meta ad strategy, really optimize Google and all of your SEO, optimize your web pages, your email flows, and so much more. And there's daily Q&A inside of Boutique Black as well. All right. So lay of the land. Sarah, you want to jump in with our polls for today?
All right, here we go. Okay, which content challenge sounds most like you? I don't know what to post. I don't have time to post. I post, but I don't get sales, or I feel overwhelmed by content. Don't know, don't have time, no sales, or overwhelm, or all of the above. I knew that was coming. All of the above. That's what I should have said, right? Lots of all of the above. Overwhelmed. You guys are not alone. Obviously, you guys, this is why we do these polls to help you guys understand, like you're not alone in your thoughts and in thinking about and answering these questions the way you are. And that's what we really want to be your solution to this and help you mitigate these things. So you're not overwhelmed and you are getting sales and you do make time and you don't have a question about what should I post next.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. What happens after you post content? Sales starting to come in, engagement, but few sales, crickets, or depends on the day. Depends on the day. Few sales. Okay. Yeah. And that's what contributes to the overwhelm, right? Like it depends on the day, or I post, I'm doing all these things, but I'm not seeing the results. We definitely need to see results in all the efforts we're putting out. And one of the things we talked about in day one is just the time that it takes to run businesses and to do things well, right? In Retail Bootcamp, I always talk about raising a business is like raising a child. You can't leave it unattended. It can go off the rails pretty quick. And with that, I mean, there's a lot of different moving pieces. You're wearing lots of hats, all the things. So when we do sit down to do something, we want to make sure we're doing it the best way possible. And that's what we try to do here at Summer School is uncover a few different solutions for you guys and make your life easier, make you more confident in the actions you're taking on the daily basis.
Just one of those things on if you were the one of the ones that post a post and you get crickets, I want you to know it may not be you. Like it may not be anything you're doing. It may be the way that the platforms are stepping behind your content and promoting your content. We'll get into that in a little bit, but just know you may be doing everything you can do, and you may just be missing one little lever that if you pulled that, they would step behind you and they would promote your post like crazy.
More to come. Lots of that today. And that's really the goal of today, you guys. So today, the feature is your business is a community. We're going to build a content and marketing machine that's going to create raving fans and repeat buyers. That is why Jeff is here to join us because you guys have done the work, right? Like day one, day two, we talked about who's your ideal customer. What is the foundations and operating plan for your business? How do you know if you're stocking the right thing for him or her to buy? And now today we want to just double down on, okay, now we've got the foundation laid. How do we attract, convert, and retain the right buyers? How do we make that content actually pay us, right? What we're worth and what we want to make in this business. So as a reminder, again, we started here with the foundations of the proven 6 layers of retail. Then we jumped into products and profitability yesterday with all of Sarah's great metrics and the buckets that you're really filling. Today, we're hopping all the way up here to layers 4, 5, and 6. So making sure our sales channels are optimized, making sure we have the right content strategy. I think this is really important to note that we've separated content strategy with actual traffic and marketing because simply just posting to post every single day on social isn't really the strategy. We have to have a plan and a strategy of what's actually going to work. Like Jeff said, the little levers we can pull first, map it out, batch create it, and then really pour some gasoline on top of the fire. So again, today we're in layers 4, 5, and 6, doubling down on all of this. So like I just mentioned, common mistake we see, Jeff, I'm sure you see this a lot of times in Boutique Hub Black, is just feeling like, okay, I show up on Thursday morning. Oh, shoot, I've got to post something on Facebook or Instagram. And I throw something up, but it's just really not going to work. And so, really, in order for content to start working, it's those people who have done the pre-work, right? Knowing their ideal customer, knowing their avatar. They've got their conversion center really optimized, whether it's website or brick and mortar. When they have a system in place, then the content tends to work a lot easier. Would you agree?
Yeah, and so like I would say knowing your avatar is kind of the first step, but then like how you put yourself in a position to make the platform think you are one of those people is the second. We see boutiques all the time that know who their avatar is, know exactly who their buyer is, but then in the content they create, it's always created in the light of a boutique owner, not as a rodeo barrel racer, maybe.
What did you say? Big girl barrel racer? It's
Yeah,
what?
yeah. Rodeo. Like, you know what I mean? Like just keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. You can know your avatar, you can know exactly who they are, but when you're filming your content, that content has to be focused on the same activities they engage in. And then that's what the platforms use to target those people. And so, like for example, like if you were selling, if you were selling a dress to a rodeo queen person, the
My
the
God, we're
like
on a roll today.
you would want to include some sort of Western motif behind you. You might want to put a horse in there. You might want to put a horse trailer in there. We have we have boutique owners that literally scoop poop to sell denim jackets. And I'm not kidding. And the reason they do that
Mhm.
is because it relates to activities that their customer, that their avatar does. And so take it a step further, know your avatar, then ask yourself, what activities they participate in? Am I including those activities in my content? Then you'll be off to the races.
Mhm. All right. Well, Jeff, let's jump into it for today. So the plan, let's start with kind of layer one of, I know we can talk about ads all day long, but until we get this step right first, right? Organic social strategy, that's kind of the layer one of where we want to start with marketing, correct?
Well, so like I don't know. There's a lot of different levels of expertise in this room. But let me start at the beginning. So last year, third quarter of last year, Facebook and Google both changed the way the system worked. Facebook called it Andromeda. Google called it AI optimization. But they both monitor your organic reach, your organic engagement, your organic participation to judge whether they can trust your brand. And if you don't, I'm like, if you don't build out the organic side of your business, if you're not regularly posting and then you're not regularly in the comments, chatting it up with your customers, if you're not answering their questions in the comments, if you're not engaging with them, if you're not posting live sales, if you're not engaging with them live, like if you're not active with your organic content, the platform simply won't trust you. And so then when you put up your next post, you're going to go, where are all my people? Why did I get crickets on that post? The reason is because the platform itself doesn't trust you because you haven't had enough organic engagement for them to do so.
Hmm. Okay.
And so then, like once you get that trust level in, once you build that organic traffic, then it opens up all these floodgates for everything else, like ads and lowering your acquisition costs and being able to get on there and offer style advice and sell an entire outfit for every single person that walks through your front door or hits your website, like that sort of thing.
Mhm.
All of those opportunities open up after a sound organic approach.
I love that. Kim, great question. So how do you do that? Well, I would say this is something we teach a lot in Retail Bootcamp Accelerator. And then Jeff, I feel like you guys double down on this and teach even more of this in Boutique Hub Black. But I would start with this. Like we look at it as a big recipe. We're baking a cake, right? And there's three big ingredients in your cake. And they have to fall in these three buckets. So branded content would be, tell me about the brand. Tell me about you, the face of your brand. Why are you in business? Who do you serve? Go behind the scenes and show me, when Jim, your UPS guy, shows up and you're so excited to rip out of the box all of the brand new arrivals you're about to hang and tag and steam and ship. Show me your shop dog who comes to work with you every single day. Like, give me that day in the life of so I can start to build you or build a relationship with you and just get to know, like, and trust you. So that's all branded content. Then there's engaging content. Engaging content may not have anything to do with your brand per se, but it's just to relate to your customer, like Jeff said, right? If I'm Gretchen and I'm scooping poop, it's relating to my customer. If I'm behind the scenes at a team roping, it's relating to my customer. Whatever that is for you, it's just stopping the scroll and getting your customer to relate to you. It might be a question of the day. I always use this example, just typing in, like no graphics, nothing pretty, just typing into your Facebook group or your Facebook page, Brussels sprouts, question mark, right? Nothing to do with what you're selling unless you like to smell weird things that smell like pee in your store. But everybody has an opinion on Brussels sprouts. They're going to tell you if they love them, if they hate them, if they have a recipe for them. When their husband says, don't you dare cook those in the house again, like they're going to say something. So engaging content is just getting people to react with what you've got going on organically. And then finally, sales content is actually showing enough product. I did a website or a social media audit with somebody yesterday, and we went through and she was only showing like products from her boutique maybe once a week. Like she had very little organic content. Maybe once a week she would show one product at a time. And we've got to be to the point where we're showing like full collections almost every single day. Like we've got enough product going that if I sold through 50% of what was showing organically today, that I would make enough money to pay some bills. So sales content is actually showing the piece, how to style the piece, how to wear the piece, and then exactly how to buy the piece. So in one click, I can get that piece into my cart. So Jeff, I know you guys take all of that and double down even further on that. Do you want to talk about kind of a sample strategy?
Yeah, and so like those three layers, just making sure that you have each of those in place is important. But there's some cheat codes. There's some ways to cheat. There's some ways to hack the system a bit, to really amp it up. And in I think it was November or December of last year, Facebook literally published that they were going to prop up people that were willing to engage live with their customers. Live selling is still one of the simplest and fastest ways to get engagement points with Meta. And so it doesn't matter what platform you're on. Doesn't matter if you're on Live Me Up or Comment Sold or Aftile. Doesn't matter. Or if you're just doing it on Facebook straight up. That live selling is unbelievably important. And then engagement on the post. Just make sure you're doing that. But daily, if you're uploading daily product videos, we have seen a pretty serious trend come on here in the last 4 weeks of style advice videos are going berserk. I would encourage every single person in this room to no longer consider yourself a boutique owner and
Yeah.
start considering yourself a stylist, a digital stylist. The way the platforms are getting behind entire outfit style advice is crazy. It's growing faster than anything else. People are doing them live. As a matter of fact, live sales, sorry, I get going. But anyway,
Go ahead.
but like live sales are actually transitioning. Live sales are transitioning from live sales to live style advice, and they're selling more than live sales sold when we were trying to get people to comment buy now or whatever. Whatever. But just
Yeah.
the styling tips are so big right now. And the behind the scenes are also incredible. But the cheat code for behind the scenes um, content is not that you're a boutique owner. It's that you're a mom that has a business. It's that you build a business between school pickup line. It's that you
Mhm.
it's that you squeeze in a market trip between soccer tournaments. That's the behind the
Yep.
scenes information that you have to share. Don't your buyer, your customer relates to a school pickup line, not necessarily the female owned business mentality. Just keep that in mind. You got to relate back to them. I mean, it's got to be content. It's got to be that behind the scenes information that relates back to them. Don't forget that part. I already talked about live selling, but then customer stories, obviously customer stories, people that love their outfits, customer reviews. If you guys haven't seen all of the information coming out about ChatGPT Shop and Gemini Shop, both of those platforms are going to supersede the other shopping platforms this year. They didn't think it was going to happen until 2028. They're going to outperform both of those. They're going to outperform Google Shop this year, which is crazy. But the number one metric inside of those shopping platforms, ChatGPT Shop and Gemini Shop, are customer stories, customer reviews. It is a must. If you're not focused on customer reviews and you're not publishing those customer reviews on social, you have to do it. There's platforms like Judge.me that do that automatically for you, that simplify your life and that are connected to those platforms. You may want to consider it. It's a no-brainer in my opinion. But then no, new arrivals. The boutique industry, they're like produce shoppers. It's like you only want the freshest fruit, right? Like you only want the new stuff. If it's not part of your new arrivals, and even if it's old and you're not making it seem new, you're missing the boat. And so just know that on average, we reach 1% of the market. We reach 1% of the market. 99% of the market doesn't know whether it's new or not. It's up to you to make it seem new. And so new arrivals are very, very important. Collection launches, small collection launches is the way of the world right now. Not 50 items, not 40 items, 10, 9 little small collections that you can launch each season, each week. Keep them small. Seasonal promotions, obviously, we're in the middle of summer right now. Lake life, vacation, toes in the sand, you name it. Umbrella drink, whatever your collection name is. Get
Mhm.
that out of there. And then VIP customer features. This is all about getting them to buy again. If they buy from you once, they're automatically a VIP. Do not forget about that person. Go back to them, present products that you think they would like, show them your catalog, your new arrivals catalog. But it's twice as affordable to resell to a current customer than it is to find another new one. If I see one mistake in the boutique industry, we get focused on finding new customers constantly. Don't forget about the people that already trust you.
So helpful. I want to go back to that stylist comment that you just made because a lot of people here who are home and gift and maybe aren't even selling apparel still needs a stylist. Like that all still relates no matter what you sell.
For sure. For
Mhm.
sure. And then what one other tip on that, our most successful stylist in Boutique Black and probably the country, her revenue has grown from 71,000 a month to 271,000 a month in 30 days, by the way, with this strategy. It's crazy. It's bonkers. But anyway, um the one thing that she is doing is she is promoting those style videos locally, and then the second you walk in her door, that first mannequin she sees with that table is the entire outfit, the shoes, the jewelry, and then that table is every accessory that goes with that outfit. And she's like, Jeff, I can't keep it all. She's like, I have to change out the mannequin every single day. We sell out every single day. And so if you're a brick and mortar and you need people in your store, don't think, oh, I can't be a digital stylist. You can. Just drive them
Mhm.
locally. Just say, this style is available in store. Come see it.
That's so helpful. Melissa, styling a gift, not hard. Not hard. Just thinking about like all the people you're buying a gift for right now, how would you style a gift? And you could show them on video or in collections or in recap posts, all the different bundle options, how you would put things together, even just doing a video, like a time-lapse video of you packaging things together as a gift and then putting a bow on it, writing a card. Like you can definitely still be a gift stylist as well. All right. Jeff, did you have this example?
Yeah, yeah. So I did want to share just the impact that organic traffic can have, like organic traffic, like what it can do for your sales. Now this is a very this is a very large boutique, but she has never lost focus on the impact of organic traffic. About 50% of her sales come from organic traffic exclusively. And I just want you to look at these numbers just to open your eyes to what's possible. She has a team of 6. And so I know that's bigger than a lot of your teams, but not out of the realm of possibility for all of you in this room. And she's been at this for a while. She's been at this 12 years. But I wanted to share this example. I wanted to share this example just to show you what's possible. So hop down to the bottom box here, this Facebook traffic. So since January 1st, she's had 350,000 people hit her website from Facebook alone, 72,000 from Instagram. She's a slightly older demographic, so Facebook is obviously more productive than Instagram. TikTok she has given up on. TikTok it's lost all effectiveness for her, so that's not really one of them. And then she's got 2 other small ones there, Pinterest and YouTube. But those 2 main channels, Facebook and Instagram, for her organic traffic, she had $1.39 million in sales overall.
Mhm.
700,000 of that since January 1st came from organic marketing. And so
Wow.
I just I can't express enough how much organic effort ties to revenue. And just don't let that part of your business go. You have to fight the fight. Right now it's so frustrating. You get in there, you post a post, you get one comment and you think, what the heck is this even worth it? Like
Mhm.
nobody saw this. But you have to pay attention. You have to switch up your creative type. You have to get in there. You have to get in there. You have to relate to your customer in different ways. You have to talk to the moms. You have to talk to the women that are, looking for certain solutions. You have to mix up your creative more than ever. But when you see something pop off, you'll see it. And then you just repeat, you just rinse and repeat that
Yeah.
strategy over and over and over again.
I think what you just said, and also just like this graph, we need to stop and talk about this for a second. The difference in these channels, right? Pinterest and YouTube, these are search engines. These are not social content. That's totally, totally different. TikTok's usually a different demographic than what Facebook and Instagram are. And then I talk about this all the time. In fact, again, the person I was coaching yesterday, we had this conversation. Facebook and Instagram are sisters, not twins. And Instagram, this sister, she really likes to look pretty. But Facebook, this sister, she really likes to spend money. So the days of just posting on Instagram and then sharing it automatically to Facebook don't work. I think they have to be treated completely different because, again, look pretty, spend money. Make sure you're giving Facebook the love that she deserves and give her the exact URLs to what you're selling and like be on that platform. Don't just think sharing from one to other is going to be enough to cut it.
All right. Should we move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
We have questions on that section? I I don't know how to check the chat.
I know. Sarah, can you holler out if there's questions from the chat you want us to answer?
Okay.
Christina, I've been told TikTok would be great for me, but I'm overwhelmed already with trying to grow Facebook and Instagram. Jeff, how do you coach people on where to start or what channel to double down on first before you expand to others?
Depends on your demographic. Depends on your demographic. If you sell to a younger demographic, chances are Instagram can be a really, really good platform for you. Um, if it's an slightly older demographic, if it's 35 plus, I would probably stick to Facebook. And then for TikTok, as far as TikTok goes, it depends on your price point. If you have lower price point goods, TikTok will probably sell. Like the squishies that everybody did, the butter sticks, the jelly cats, that stuff sells like crazy on TikTok. But if you're trying to sell a $128 top, you're not going to sell them on TikTok. So just keep those things in mind. Your age demographic is what differentiates between Facebook and Instagram, and your price point is what differentiates between Meta and TikTok.
There was a thanks for that. There was a few questions about Pinterest as a platform
Mhm.
and pulse on that. How you're feeling about that, getting involved there.
Well, it's probably been a year, a little over a year now. Pinterest pushed hard on their ad platform. In order to justify the traffic from that ad platform, Pinterest provided a lot of bot traffic to individual websites. That bot traffic has diminished the quality of traffic on Pinterest since then. If you go into Pinterest, look at it like this. Pinterest is an organic traffic generator only. Do not get involved in the Pinterest ad cycle. In my mind, it would be a very rare case that ad cycle works. But it does get you organic rank for whatever products you post on there.
Okay. There was also a couple of questions. What is your recommendation for going live? Like, what platform should they be using?
Oh God. I hate answering this question, by the way. But so anyway, if it were me, it would depend on the level of my boutique. If I'm a new boutique, if I'm somebody new and I'm trying to get my audience to follow and I'm trying to get new followers and I'm trying to get traffic to my site, I would just go live on Facebook and I would go live on Instagram. Instagram, you have to keep them under 15 minutes, but I would just go live. I would just jump on there and I would go live and I'd be like, you guys, I've got the best black t-shirt you have ever seen. Can't wait to share it with you. This thing's going to be incredible. And like, I would go through it and I would sell the style. I would say it goes great with jeans and flip-flops, probably. even though certain people think I shouldn't wear flip-flops with jeans, but I don't care. But that, so anyway, uh, anyway, so, but like, so like I would go through the style. I would go live and I would go through the style and I would do it straight up on Facebook and Instagram and let it rip. That's what I would do. Now, if I was a little bit more advanced boutique and I was wanting to and I was a Shopify user and I was wanting to integrate my Shopify inventory with my live sale, I would definitely pick Live Me Up or AppTile, no doubt about it. I would go with one of those two platforms. If I have not made the venture into online sales yet, my website's still at a beginner level, and I'm still trying to decide what platform to go to. You could experiment with Come and Sold. That's a dynamic question.
It's a large question. And there was a number of questions in there that about the styling idea, and just don't want you guys to get hung up on that. Really, if you're a brick and mortar store owner, you've been styling forever. That's how we stay open as brick and mortar stores, right? Somebody comes in, we talk about a product, we showcase how it works, we show what else it works with, we talk about how it fits into their lifestyle. We're doing all those things because we have that person in our store, they're in our four walls, and we're having these conversations with them. And then you're pulling something else. Like, yes, this goes with that. Remember the denim jacket you got last week or whatever it might be. Those are the kind of conversations. You're being a stylist in those moments. And if you've ever walked into a store that's how people address you, that's what they're doing to you. So don't overcomplicate it in this whole idea of then going live. You're just doing it in front of a phone or a camera and not that person right in front of you, but just know that they are on the other side of that. And they have the same questions about the dress, the jacket, the candle, the flower arrangements, the wigs. I saw you, Lori. They have the same questions about those that they would if they were right in front of you. So just anticipate their questions and answer them. That's the best advice I can give you for like keeping that flow going when you are doing the live sale. That's styling.
Hey, Jeff, can you answer why 15 minutes on Instagram?
Because you're not allowed to go live for more than 15 minutes if you promote it. So like you can go live for anything
Okay.
you want, but if
Yeah.
that live really, really pops off, if you have a really successful live, you're going to want to go back and boost that or create an ad towards it. And if it's over 15 minutes, they won't let you. And so like if you have one that goes crazy, the best thing you can do is go back and put a little money behind it.
Yeah.
And if it's over 15 minutes, they'll say, "Oh, sorry, it was over 15 minutes. You're not allowed to promote this."
That's right. I forgot about that. I think I've done that myself. You and I've talked about that. I've screwed it up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about websites.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, whatever's on this slide. This is your slide, man.
Oh, we're following the slides. I hadn't looked at them. Okay. I'm just joking. All right. So website. I would like to start off the conversation just with, I don't want a brick and mortar store owner to look at a website and think, oh, I don't know how to do that. Believe it or not, websites and brick and mortar stores have so much in common. They have so much in common. Like, I want you to think about your website as if it is a brick and mortar store. Like, somebody comes into your front door, you welcome them in, you say, "Can I help you? View the things we have available. What sort of things are you looking for? Let me show you some of the things we have. Let me show you, let me tell you a little bit about myself, maybe why you should buy from me, and what direction would you point that person to first?" They're very similar. If you can replicate that sort of experience on your website, you got it. You got it. Like just think about that. So like, I know there's a lot of people in the room here that are brick and mortar store owners that are trying to go bigger online, and then vice versa. There's a lot of people that don't have brick and mortars that are only online. And so just think about that. Like, how would you greet a customer? How would you direct a customer to like your top performing, your new arrivals, your top sellers, what they should buy first? And then like, how would you guide that person through the outfit or the style? And so think about your website in that way. All right. Collections. It's all about collections these days. It's all about collections. This is it too. This is like websites for a long time. We focused on individual products. In my mind, this is like this is like me inviting Sarah into my store and Sarah coming in for the latest leopard pants and me saying, "Nope, Sarah, we're out of your size. Get out."
Mm-hmm.
That's what individual marketing, product marketing is. They see your social post. They see your social post. They're like, "Man, Sarah has in the latest velvet leopard pants. I want those." It's going to be a trend. And then
Leopard velvet pants. Velvet now.
so she comes to my website. I'm out of her size, and that's the end of the relationship. It's no different than inviting her into the store, saying, "I'm out of your size," and then kicking her out of your store. To prevent that, you got to focus on collections. When you put up social posts, when you put up organic posts, when you run ads, when you feature different products, talk about the collection. This is our summer sizzle collection. This is our winter neon pop collection. Uh, this is our fall pullover collection. This is our lake life collection. This is our umbrella drink collection. Whatever. But focus on the collection. Bring them in to the collections. The top collections like I said earlier, boutique shoppers are like produce shoppers. They want the freshest fruit. And so
Hmm.
feature your new arrivals first, always. It's the number one converting collection page on any boutique webpage, period. Then bestsellers. They want your recommendation. They want your style advice. They want the most popular things. Bestsellers is always a great one. And I know you're always going to have products that are aged. You're always going to have products that are getting a little dusty and crusty on the back shelf. Have those in your sale or your under $50 category or your sale category. Staff favorites is another great one. Trending now is another great one. Anything you can do to amp up that urgency. Like if you notice, these top collections all have a high degree of urgency. Like the newest, the best,
Yeah.
the under 50 for a limited time, our staff favorites for this season, the hot trend, be the cutest girl in your neighborhood, that sort of stuff. Like that's how you drive urgency from the get, from the collection name, you drive urgency. Don't wait till checkout. Do it from the very beginning.
So good. I think it's so important to remember too, you guys, in case there's confusion on this, I get this question a lot. You don't have to just buy for collections. This can be you pulling what's already on the floor,
Oh, for
right?
sure.
All the things that already fit into one of these things. They don't have to be brand new,
No, no, no. You create the collection of what you've got. Like
right?
Yeah.
you can create a collection from anything.
Again, the connection to that brick and mortar store, when I would do a table display I'd have my new arrivals come in. I knew I always call them my supporting characters to complete that look, that table display, that front rack, whatever it might be. So I might be pulling a pair of jeans that I had, out of a run of 15 or 12 jeans that I still had 8 left. I may pull those, or I may pull the white t-shirts, or may pull a denim jacket, or I'm pulling the shoes up. Maybe those shoes have been sitting around for a little while, but I'm still pulling in what I call the supporting characters, those filler items to make the collection look full.
Yeah. And
I
then,
think
oh, go ahead.
I just was going to add, in case you're like, wait, I need some ideas, go to Target. Like, go to Target, see what they're selling right now. Go to Nordstrom, Old Navy, The Gap. Those are great places. Like, they always have really great collection items.
Pinterest, yeah, for sure, Abby.
And then just as far as collection page optimization, these four requirements right here are all new. The two fastest growing shop platforms are ChatGPT Shop and Gemini Shop. They are like they're growing as fast, or one Shop too. At Shop actually, I'll talk about that later. But these are the four requirements on a collection page. You have to have filters, you have to have reviews. Stock level information is highly encouraged on your collection page before they click into the product. And then variant options. If you don't have variant swatches on your collection page, you're going to get dinged for it. And so those are the four they're looking for. If you have those, you'll be ahead of 99% of the boutique industry.
Katrina, to answer your question, these are typically nested under like a collections or bestsellers kind of a tab. These all wouldn't be necessarily their own menu item because you want your menu item to all nest on like one single line. But if you had all of these plus tops, bottoms, accessories, shoes, sale, you would have like 2 or 3 lines of menu. So
Right.
Jeff, would you say call it collections and these all nest underneath?
Well, I don't like the
Except for
collection.
this.
I don't like the collections tab. Like I like the new arrivals tab just because there's more than
Yeah,
enough data. There's more than enough data to support that you want your very first tab to be new arrivals always. And then
right,
if under that new arrivals you had bestsellers under 50 staff favorites and trending now, that's fine.
right.
Jeff, I think, and Aaron and Maggie, I see you guys' questions. There's quite a bit. Maybe when we're done, maybe we could just do a screen share. Somebody could pull up a site and actually show it because I think there's quite a few people just wondering exactly what that might look like.
Do either of you want to speak to how many pieces should be in a collection?
Not 240. Just remember this. Remember this. People want your advice. They want your style advice. They want you to curate it down for them. That's one of your jobs. And so, like when you do new arrivals, if you get into your new arrivals page right now and it's 12 pages long, something's wrong. Something's wrong. You gotta curate that down. Like you gotta keep the newest new. Or if you want to get into your summer collection, keep it curated down. Like keep it specific.
Mhm.
Doesn't really-
Melissa, it's got to be
I
way
don't-
more than 3 to 5. It's got to fill up a full page at least.
It's definitely more than 3 to 5.
Oh yeah.
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 here's my other thing about that, and you don't want to have too many pages where like I I will bounce off a site so fast if I'm in there and I'm like on new arrivals. The next thing I know, I went to the next page and all of a sudden I see new arrivals. Like right now, if I see new arrivals and there's St. Patty's Day things on it or Valentine's Day things on it or whatever, like yeah, or even just that fall or winter stuff still in the new arrivals, like I immediately don't want to go look at anything else on the site because I start not trusting it.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is like if you're going to have a collection for dresses, have enough in there that I can look and make a choice on. Inside Retail Bootcamp, I talk about inventory like I talk about food a lot. And if I go to the grocery store and there's 3 loaves of bread in an entire bread aisle, I am not buying those 3 loaves of bread. I immediately think something's wrong with them. There's just not enough of them, right? And if you come into my brick and mortar store and I have an entire rounder rack or an entire long bar rack on my wall or a waterfall rack, and there's 3 items hanging on it and nothing around it, I think something's wrong with it. Therefore, if you drive me to a page on your website that just has 3 items on it and all sorts of white space, I may think, man, nobody else wanted these dresses either. That's how I feel. So if you're going to make a dress collection, you have 3 dresses. Tell me what shoes I'm going to wear with it. Fill it in with the jewelry, those kind of things. Just make the page still look aesthetically pleasing to me. Make me like stick around a little while. But yeah, 3 to 5 feels like something's wrong with the product. Like I would rather mix those back in with another collection, like turn that into another type of offer than just putting on an island or a rack by themselves, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we're all herd animals.
Okay. I wanted to share this. This is the difference between this is what a solid collection page conversion rate should look like. And so this boutique here, she sells exclusively off collection. She buys very, very wide. She does not buy deep. She'll go to market and buy 2 packs, maybe 3 packs of individual items. She's a very wide buyer, but you can see that she drove 19,880 people to her webpage. And then 1,384 of those added to cart. 675 of those reached checkout and 299 actually checked out. And so I just wanted to share this one with you. Like, even after you create collection pages, even after you optimize your website, you need gobs of traffic. It takes a ton. It takes a flood. It takes a flood of traffic to get the sales that you want. So if you're like this one here, she started out with 20,000 visitors and got 300 sales. And I mean, believe it or not, a 1.5% conversion rate is above the national average. The national average for conversion rate is 1.3%, and this one's just slightly above that. And so keep that in mind. But here's the cool thing is every percentage that you increase your conversion rate, if you increase your conversion rate from 1% to 2, you will triple your income. And so for every 1%, so like I know conversion rate optimization, I know web page optimization is boring. It sucks. Like, and you're in there and you're like doing these mystical experiments. And you're like, oh, I wonder if I change this or if I do this or if I add swatches to my collection page, does that really work? It's worth the effort because all you got to do is get 1%.
hmm This all flows back to what we were talking about yesterday with the boutique traffic formula. So hopefully, like ding, 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 this is ringing a bell. So if we know what is our sales goal divided by our average order value, then we know our transactions. And then we take those transactions divided by our conversion rate, we know how much traffic we need. So now all of these numbers all make sense directly tied to the sales goal that we're planning for the month. So great.
Okay. Oh, and then this was the revenue that produced, and so this was tied to the previous slide. So 1.5% conversion rate led to $81,000 in sales over a 30-day period. It's a powerful thing. Don't think, oh, my conversion rate's only a 1.5%. I'm a loser. You're not. You're amongst the best.
So good. All right, let's talk about keeping them. Let's get them to check out once we get them there. Too many people bounce.
Yeah. So checkouts, a completed checkout is the Achilles heel of online retail. It literally is where everybody leaves. And these are the four things that we have found that cause failed checkout rates to soar. Unexpected shipping costs. Like the average across the entire industry is free shipping on orders over $100 and flat rate shipping right around $9 on orders under $100. That's what people are doing. That's what works. And so if people are seeing anything different than that, you're not part of the standard. And so you should really reconsider that. And Google Merchant Center has flat rate shipping and flat rate standards that they implement that if you're not willing to meet that standard, they won't promote your product organically in Google Shop. Period. And so like just know that too. And then
What did you say the free shipping threshold was? Over 100?
yeah, free shipping on over 100 and flat rate shipping under 100 at $9.
Yeah.
Now you have to go into that knowing that the average cost on flat rate shipping is $11 for you. And so you're sacrificing $2, so you may want to consider that when you're pricing your goods. Then too many checkout steps. You gotta simplify checkout. Amazon has ruined checkout for everyone for the rest of time. You have to be able to check out ultra fast. The fastest growing payment solution in the world is Shop Pay. If you're not offering Shop Pay and allowing people to check out with one button, you're crazy. You're crazy. You gotta offer Shop Pay.
Yeah.
It's unbelievably easy. It's one click, and now they have their own social media platform that's going berserk. And so they enrolled 50 million users already this month in Shop Social. And so just if you're not concentrating on that, you should.
This was the old days. The old days was PayPal. Like, oh, I've got to have PayPal for this reason. That's not it anymore. It's Shop Pay. Literally, I'm embarrassed to tell you guys this, but 5 minutes before this webinar started, I had my Facebook open and a great new pair of golf shoes came across my feed. And with Shop Pay, in one click, it's gone. It's in my cart. It's headed to my house. So I'm a junkie. I think a lot of people are junkies because it's so easy to use.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And as a matter of fact, Shop Pay won't fully optimize in your Shopify account if you offer PayPal,
Mhm.
FYI. Yeah,
Really?
they,
Okay.
they want you to get fully in bed with them. And then lack of trust. This is where customer reviews come into play. You have to have customer reviews on your homepage, on your collection page, and your checkout page. Customer reviews on all three steps. Otherwise, you will lose people. If they don't think they can trust you, if they don't think other people trust you, they will leave. They will leave. And that collection question we had earlier, 3 to 5 pieces in a collection. If you had 3 to 5 pieces in a collection, they wouldn't trust you because they wouldn't think that you're a big enough buyer to support their needs. It comes back to trust. But Judge.me is the platform for reviews. Like you just can't beat it. Sarah, do you have a question?
Nope. I was just gonna say that I put it in the chat. Judge.me. Yep.
Okay, and then urgency. Urgency. Everybody thinks about urgency at the last second. Everybody thinks that urgency only belongs on the checkout page. It's absolutely not true. It's absolutely not true. You start with urgency on your homepage. You start with urgency on your collection name. You drive urgency on the inventory levels on your collection page. You further drive it home with limited quantity on your product page, and then you hit it again. You hit it again on the checkout page. You got to get urgency all the way across the board. This season's hottest leopard pants. The leopard pants that are selling faster than any other pants in the world this June, like that sort of stuff. It sounds super cheesy, like it's the used car salesman will come out in you, I promise.
Shop Pay is just available on Shopify, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just want to reinforce that. There's a couple questions on that.
Jeff, there was somebody asked, oh shoot, somebody just asked about urgency, an app for urgency. Is there any sort of app that's best for Shopify on your store to create urgency, like the countdowns? Do you recommend those?
I'm sure there's a dozen. I'm sure there's a dozen urgency-oriented apps. I don't think it's as effective as, getting urgency across your entire marketing strategy. Like the summer's hottest sandal or whatever. But like I think urgency, it comes down to more of like like the season or this limited quantity collection, or like, you know, Sarah went and picked her, like there weren't very many of these available, but Sarah went to market and picked out her absolute favorites. Like that sort of language usually does it. I don't think you need a countdown on clothing products, really. It would be weird to, and then like also like inventory levels on the collection page. A lot of times. And just one more thing. It's okay to have sold out products on a collection page. Don't think you have to remove them all. If somebody comes on a collection page and they see two or three things sold out amongst 16 things that are available, that drives urgency as well.
Anna, if you have higher priced items, so currently you have free shipping at 250 because your lowest priced item is 112, that's okay. It's okay to keep it up higher. So typically we look at least 10% over your average order value. Right. Jeff, I feel like I had one more question for you. Maybe that got answered. Do try-on videos with every listing help or hurt your website performance?
Absolutely help. Absolutely help. The one risk is slowing down your web page load speed. If you load the try-on video as the second creative, like put a still image as the first, put it as the second, put the try-on video as the second, the second video fit photo video. That way it only loads the thumbnail on page load. It won't slow down your page. But absolutely helps. If you want the best in the business, look at Sand and Charcoal's product page. Sand and Charcoal does try-on videos better than anybody in the country. Their conversion rate on their product page is nearly 5%, if they are the absolute best.
So good. They're so good. All right.
So checkout page itself, these are the things that boost conversion on a checkout page. Reviews, number one. It's a standard now. Like it's a standard. ChatGPT and Gemini are both require, and Shop are all requiring reviews on the checkout page. If you don't have them, they will not get behind your brand like they would. Return policy, you have to handle. Google Merchant Center requires return policy. Google Merchant Center requires shipping policy. They will not drive organic traffic to your product if you don't have them. And so, and they have to be on your product page as well. They can be a drop down, but on checkout page specifically, make sure that your return policy is very well documented, and your shipping information is very well documented on those. Then how you get more money, how you get more sales out of each checkout page visitor is you upsell them to another product. You use an add-on product, you use a you may also like that sort of thing, or bundles, like get the entire bundle, get the entire summer look bundle, or you recommend something else. But don't forget about like having on a checkout page, believe it or not, you could have one bar for this product is often bundled with these, like that. And then below that, you could have another thing, another block that is you may also like. Have them both on a checkout page, believe it or not. Believe it or not, I know it sounds crazy, but it really will increase your average order value. I think everybody in this room should be shooting for an average order value of $100 at minimum. You got to get over that $100 level. It's a big deal. It'll change the way you look at your business if you can get over that $100 level.
Mm-hmm.
And then we already talked about this, but speed up checkout. Shop Pay is the number one. Some people still use Apple Pay, some people use Google Pay, some people use PayPal, but Shop Pay, you just can't beat it. You just can't beat it. And then recovery system for somebody that reaches checkout but doesn't finish. You have to recover those people. They should be getting an email instantly, like, "Hey, Samantha, I noticed you forgot your leopard pants. Don't forget them. Everybody else in your neighborhood's going to have them. You're gonna be jealous." That sort of thing. Or text message. You can do that either. You can either do that email or SMS. And then retargeting ads in 2026 are so much different than they have been in the past. If you're an advertiser, if you're an online advertiser, retargeting ads are handled by Andromeda. You don't need to set up a special audience. You don't need to incorporate a special list. Andromeda, the new Facebook algorithm, will grab those people. They know who got to your checkout page. They will automatically retarget them.
All right.
Question. Oh, Sarah, you go first.
No, it was about the recovery process through your emails, through your email flows, your abandoned carts. Somebody was asking, is there an app that you recommend? besides in your email flows with like Klaviyo?
I mean, I would rely on Klaviyo exclusively. I want to warn you guys of this. Installing a ton of Shopify apps, every single Shopify app you install will develop an HTTPS request on your page, and every single one you install will slow down your page. And once you get below 50 on mobile load speed, Google will ding you, and it will dramatically decrease your organic traffic. So be careful. Be careful with like never-ending apps. If there's an inbuilt solution like Klaviyo, use that first.
What about we talk a lot about return policies in Retail Bootcamp. Jeff, I know you guys do too. We talk about like the more open, the more forgiving, the better. The more people are likely to convert if you have a better return policy. Do both of you want to speak to that?
Well, so there's two different there's a marketing return policy. There's a return policy that you can use for marketing terms, and like that more open language um definitely comes into play there. However, recently Google Merchant Center has implemented a 14-day no restocking fee standard that they expect you to withhold. And then the transaction refund is 5 business days. And so they've kind of taken the marketing side out of return policies and implemented a standard that you kind of have to follow.
What is this? Repeat that again. What is the standard you have to follow? Do you know?
14 days. Yeah, 14 day return window with no restocking fee, and then 5 day for the transaction to be refunded.
Got it.
You can still do in-store credit, but they expect you to line that out inside your Shopify policy page.
Can you go longer than that? Can you bump that like 14 to 30? Give people more time to return?
You can, but you won't meet the standard. Like seriously, it's 14 days on the dot. It's crazy.
Okay. So even though it's better than the standard,
Doesn't
you're
matter.
saying.
Doesn't matter. They will crawl your page and say, "Oh, no, it's not 14."
Hmm.
And that's how it works.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And like, if you guys know what Google Merchant Center is, you can go to Google Merchant Center, log into your Merchant Center account, and then
Mhm.
go to store quality and look to see how Google views your return policy right now. And if you go into store quality and you scroll down a little bit and there's a big red mark on your return policy, it's because they don't like yours. And so just FYI.
Does the customer pay
Joni
return? Oh, go ahead.
Joni asked, "Is Google going away soon? They are the worst." What's your thoughts on that, Jeff?
Believe it or not, Google has had the best year in Google history. Google ads are the best they have ever been. Google ads are actually outperforming Meta ads probably 5 to 1. Google Merchant Center and Gemini Shop are responsible for like I just saw it the other day. It's like 48% of online sales, and they're going berserk. Actually, Google has gotten better this year than I've ever seen it. We're in Boutique of Black. We're leaning harder into Google than we ever have. Every single day we pull somebody's ads out of Facebook and put them in Google, by the way. Not completely, but the majority of their spend. No, it's not.
Interesting.
My answer is no. Not a good way. If it does, they're going to go down with a fight. I can promise you. Okay, this is a real world example of a near perfect checkout page. You can see that she had 8,835 people reach her checkout process and 4,982 people actually complete that checkout. That's what you want, 48%. If you can do that, write your own check, buy a private jet, buy a yacht, do whatever you want, you can grow this thing to the moon. Trust me. And so like you can see on her checkout page here, she has Shop Pay listed first. She has her shipping policy, very, very, very plain right there at the beginning. This was actually a test order performed by me. It had my information in there, so thanks for blacking that. I appreciate that. And then she has this trust 200,000 orders shipped. That drives trust right off the bat. And then she has her free shipping threshold marker next. Order within 5 hours and it ships today. That's another huge urgency driver that she does. She has her recommended products right here. You can add them right there on her checkout page. And then she has your order summary right there with the discount code. Now she uses Redo, and so she has that prepaid return label option in the shipping option, but they, she's got all that stuff pre-populated, and this checkout page right here converts at nearly 50%, which is one of the best in the industry. So screenshot that, copy that, steal it. Make sure your items have these components.
Lots of questions about how they did this part right here. Did somebody do that for her, or how do you get your checkout to look like that?
No, so that one actually is a Shopify app. It's called Shop Blocks, and you can add individual blocks to your checkout page with Shop Blocks.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Okay, talked about this earlier, but the last step is get them to buy again. Get them to buy again. Don't constantly fight for new customers. Get them to buy again. Treat your people right. Get them to buy again. Order these are simple. You guys know these. You guys know these. I know you do. But order confirmation. Confirm their order immediately. Immediately. Every minute that goes by without an order confirmation, doubt creeps in. Every single minute, they're like, "Man, did Ashley really ship my order? Did she even get it? Am I ever going to get this? Did I just waste my $93 on my leopard pants? I was going to wear these to church on Sunday. Not really. Like
I'm sure you would.
those sort of things occur in people's minds immediately. That order confirmation has to go out immediately. Then follow that up with your brand story. Thank you so much for purchasing from me. This is my family. This is my family. This is my family. We run this business ourselves. We appreciate you more than you can know. Brand story, make sure you get your family in there. Make sure you talk about your family's activities, relate to that person in any way you can find. And then what happens next? Like what happens next? You will get a tracking number momentarily. If you have any issues at all, here's our return policy. Here's our customer service. Here's our customer service phone number if you can, that sort of thing. And then 7 days later, you're going to jump right back into styling. You're going to jump right back into styling, and you're going to offer them an outfit. You're going to offer them an outfit. You're going to offer them the entire styled outfit. It sells like crazy. If you go 7 days after their initial purchase and you go on there and you say, "Thanks so much for purchasing from us. Had to share this outfit with you. It's incredible." And you sell the entire outfit, you can double your first order, or your first order value on that second order in the first 7 days. It's an incredible opportunity. Then 30 days out, you treat them like royalty. You treat them like royalty. You give them a coupon. You introduce them to a special group. You give them a special offer, something. You give them early access. You give them free admittance. You give them free points on your loyalty program, whatever you got to do. But you got to go above and beyond to make them feel like, "Whoa, this is crazy. I can't believe they just did that." And then 60 days, if they haven't bought within 60 days, that person is an emergency case. You got to save their life. They're going to die. They're going to die. They're going to code out on you right there on the floor if you don't save them. And so you got to save them right then and there. You got to run some sort of win back campaign, some sort of crazy special offer. Like, like, Sarah told me not to do this, but I snuck it under the desk. I'm giving everybody free earrings that orders today. Like something like that.
So good. Okay, lots of questions on loyalty apps. Smile.io, are there any others you recommend as well?
No, that smile.io is the one.
Okay. Are the styling tips
Oh,
based on this specific-
let me give a note. Let me give a note on smile.io. Smile.io has a caveat on it right now. If you use smile.io for loyalty, don't use it for the reviews. Google recently released an article that says that smile.io are actually for reviews are actually considered bribes in their eyes. So you have to turn off the review section and use Judge Me, or I would recommend Judge Me and smile.io, but like just know that I think Facebook is going to do the exact same thing as well. And so just know that smile.io reviews are considered bribes.
That's interesting. That's super interesting. Okay. Are the styling tips based on the specific piece they purchased or something more in general?
Doesn't have to be. No, no. Latest and greatest, newest of new, hottest of hot, trendiest of trendy, that sort of language. Doesn't have to be about them. Doesn't have to be about what they purchased. the then like, and as a matter of fact, you don't want it to be because it's too high maintenance. But like, it's more like, Ashley, I noticed you bought our uh, let's see here, leopard jacket. And like we thought you may love this outfit. It's one of our trendiest, or it's one of our, one of our best sellers, or something like that. It doesn't have to tie back to what they did.
And really, Klaviyo would be the easiest place to do that in because it's the only one that reads actual sale data versus like, I know there's questions on MailChimp or other email platforms, but they aren't necessarily integrated into what you bought or what inventory you have on hand.
Yeah, so Klaviyo or Shopify Mail, both of them could see that they were a purchaser. I would stay away from the specific recommendations. You're going to be building email flows for the rest of your life if you're doing that. Um,
Mhm.
but uh, but I mean, just general outfit style for 7 days.
Do those apps work with Square as well, or are there different apps for Square in terms of loyalty, reviews, and then any of these get back flows?
Smile.io has a Square integration, but that's the only one. JudgeMe does not.
And Klaviyo does. You could use Klaviyo and Square.
Yeah, well, sure, 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 sure. I'm a Shopify fan. I'll tell
Are
you
you?
that.
Okay.
And the reason I am is because the conversion API events in Facebook automatically integrate with Shopify, and they don't with Square. It's a manual integration process. And Square cannot monitor the activity on or I'm sorry, Meta cannot monitor the activity on your Square page like Shopify. And so the only reason that I'm such a big Shopify fan is because of the increased likelihood that you are to sell on a regular basis with that platform. There is more work involved with Square and Lightspeed if you're on one of those platforms. Just know that going in, and you're going to have to find custom solutions for those tracking metrics.
Quick question back to ads. How do you know which one to choose first, getting started on Meta or Google? And then also, do you have experience working with consignment stores as well?
Yeah. So Google and Meta, the answer is easy. Do both. Do both. They discover you on Facebook. They buy from you on Google. The trend right now is, ooh, I saw Samantha's boutique on Facebook. I wonder if she's real. Let me Google her. That's the trend. One of the most successful boutiques in Boutique of Black, they get all of their engagement, all of their website traffic from Facebook, and then all of their sales come from Google, and that's why. You got to do both. Gary Vee would tell you it's not search engine optimization, it's search everywhere optimization. I think he's right. I think he's right. You can't choose your platform anymore. Like you can't. You got to do them all. And then, what was the second question? There was a second part to that.
Consignment stores. Do you work with consignment stores?
Oh yeah, so consignment stores drive. If you're a consignment store, you're probably a local store. Drive traffic into your store. In-store event, especially this summer. In-store events. That's where it's at. Like if you're a high like a luxury consignment store that's selling like luxury consignment goods, or because you like have one piece per item probably. And so like we have a bunch of Plato's closets in Black, and we have some really really high end consignment stores in Black. And so like just the goal is get their butt in your store. I would use, and by the way, I would use Google local foot traffic ads for that if it were me.
Perfect.
This is
Great.
a this is a flow chart that I dropped in here that just kind of like visualizes what I just talked about. You guys can screenshot this. We could probably email this out after this to everybody that attended, I imagine.
Yeah.
Um, and then this just breaks it out in a visual way so you guys can check it off as you implement it.
This is super helpful. Chris, we'll add this to the email. We'll dump this in there. I love it.
This is best in class. So this is best in class. This is the month of May. This is a boutique located in the Midwest. She's in Michigan. Is that considered the Midwest? I think it is. But anyway, so she's in Michigan, and her return customer rate is 34.17%. If you can get your return customer rate over 25%, you are one of the best in the business. You make sure that you are presenting a style to those people within the first 7 days, treating them like royalty within the first 30 days, and then saving their life in the first 60. Like if you just followed those three fundamental rules, 34% of the traffic that you bought or that you got organically will come back and buy from you again. And then all of the sudden, your boutique becomes this monthly revenue machine that you don't have to rebuild every single month. And the frustration and the overwhelm kind of dwindles away.
That's the goal. That's why we're here, right? All right. So lots of questions. Can we have a round of applause for Jeff joining us today? You guys, that was just straight fire for an hour. Jeff, thank you so much. So again, Jeff, how about you hit on this slide this time? Just talking about the three different ways to work with the Boutique Hub.
Well, thanks for letting me do this.
Yep, putting you on the spot.
I guess. Well, I think of the boutique hub like this. I think of the boutique hub like this. If you're a DIYer, if you're a very beginner, if you have the time, if your business isn't going, if your business isn't growing really, really fast yet, if you're just getting your feet wet, if you're ready to dive in and you're looking to build a support army. Like if you're looking to just like fortify yourself in every possible direction and build supports in every possible direction to ensure that you can build this skyscraper as tall as you want. That's what general membership is. Get in there, get the supports all around your foundation that just ensure success for years to come. Like get in there and just support yourself with not only the groups and the people and the resources and the discounts and all that stuff, but it's literally like building these supports around your project. Like just get in there and do that first. If you're a newbie, jump in there first. It's affordable. It's unbelievable. The value is like hundreds of times what it costs. Don't even think about it. Like just do it right now. That's your urgency for you. And then, so then the next step is Retail Bootcamp Accelerator. This is where you sit down with Ashley and Sarah. I mean, these two have consulted with more boutique owners than anybody I know. And and this is where you get in there and you really start to build out the infrastructure. Like you really start to get down to, to like, okay, we're going to put this in place. We're going to install these metrics. We're going to create this team that's motivated to hit these goals. We're going to create this marketing plan. We're going to create this content plan. We're going to create this sales plan. These are the things we're going to watch. This is how we're going to hold us and our team accountable. This is how we're going to use Boss to make sure all of that shit goes together. Like, and then we're going to build that. We're going to build that program. We're going to build that program out solid. And then, Sarah and Ashley are in there with you every single week, making sure that all of those pieces stay on track. Then once you have that done, your skyscraper is 100% supported. You've got your infrastructure completely built out. And then you're ready to go. Then you're ready to go. And I'll tell you this. And then you move on to Black. And then we just pump the traffic into that infrastructure that you need to just literally turn it into a real revenue generating business. And like I have seen this process occur literally thousands of times now. And like I can't express how well it works if you go through the steps. And so I like the 6 layers of retail seem simple. And like they seem like, oh, okay, 6 layers. Okay, I'm gonna get through those 6 layers, and one's the tomato layer, and one's the lasagna and all that jazz. But like, and so like, anyway, so like I'm gonna get through there. It's gonna be great. But like, trust me, like if you just sink your teeth into those 6 layers, if you build out the support and membership, or if you've already done that and you're ready to really build out the infrastructure of your business, if you do that, then when you come over to Boutique of Black, it's just like it's like a dream. It's like a dream. It's like you set personal records, you set business records month after month after month after month, and you're like, how did I do this? And then you look back and you say, oh, it's because I went through, it's because I went through Retail Bootcamp Accelerator and I set those foundational steps up. And like your coach in Black is like, my God, you're so far ahead. Like it just like I've literally bared witness to this 1,000 times, and like it's literally like elementary, college, like graduate school. Like that, I mean, that's really what it is. And like if you just go through the steps, your boutique career will just run so much smoother. And so I implore you guys, like if you're serious about this business, if you really want to make it crazy, if you want your husband to go, my God, you're crushing it. Like that's what I mean, like that statement alone. But like if you really want, like the lady from down the street says, I see your content everywhere. Or like if you never want a person to walk into your store again and say, I've never heard of you. Like I never knew you were here. Or like, all of those things. Like I know how those statements ring in your guys' ears over and over and over again. If you really want those things to come true, just go through the steps. Like it's laid out for you.
I love that. That was way better than I could have explained it. Nice work. So good. So good. All right. I know the last couple of days, as we've been talking about RBA, lots of questions about Boutique Hub Black as well. I'm working with Jeff and his team. Samantha Connor, Phoebe, both of you have been taking tons of calls. If you want to book a call and you're just like, hey, I'm just not sure which one I am in the 3 layers and the 3 opportunities, just take a picture of this, scan the QR code, and jump on a call. We'll do a website audit with you guys. We'll walk through and make sure you guys are in the right place for your business right now. So take advantage of that while you have the opportunity to. All right, let's talk more about RBA, what's inside of Retail Bootcamp Accelerator. Again, 52 weeks a year, every week of the year, maybe skipping Christmas and New Year's, up to you guys. We'll be walking through the 6 layers together, the lasagna, building the skyscraper every single week. Sarah and I, and then guest experts every single Thursday will be joining us as well. Jeff joins us a lot of times. A lot of the Boutique Hub Black coaches are going to be joining us, talking about all of their specialties. So you're going to be hearing from some of the very best in the business as well. Plus, Boss. Boss is brand new. I'll show you another quick demo here in just a minute that I haven't showed you yet. But Boss, because it is brand new, is going to be a huge piece of Retail Bootcamp Accelerator as well. Plus all of this, and we're including general membership in Retail Bootcamp Accelerator. So general membership alone is $59 a month. In Retail Bootcamp Accelerator at $149 a month. Like that's a freaking awesome value having membership already included inside of Retail Bootcamp Accelerator. All right. I know we've dropped the link a few times in the chat already, but if you need it, again, it's here on the QR code. This is something I've heard a lot. Sarah, you can probably speak to this as well. So Jeff, as you mentioned, we have a lot of newbies that come into the hub, but we also have a ton of businesses who have been around for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. Been around for a long time. Dawn, I'm going to call on Dawn. They have an amazing Ace hardware business, an amazing boutique, been in business a long time, joined us inside of boot camp last year, and it's been amazing to watch Dawn and her family business grow and succeed. But even if you're experienced, we still are going back and fortifying the foundation and continuing to build the skyscraper. I think Jeff has demonstrated and Jim has demonstrated there is something changing in this industry every single day, something brand new. And so, whatever that is, our job at the hub, our team's job is to see the forest through the trees, to pick out whatever that brand new thing is. Or Jeff's great with the data, like, hey, here's what's working right now across all these stores. Our job is to go get that information and bring it back and share it with you. So, even if you're super experienced in business, we still have tons of people that we're serving every single week inside of the business models. So again, we're excited this year with Boss joining us inside of Retail Bootcamp Accelerator, that it's not just us coaching and sharing information, but our mission, Sarah and I, when we put our heads together, we're like, hey, how do we move from just sharing information to actual transformation? What is the difference between information to transformation? And for us, it's not just sharing the latest strategies, but it's also your data plugged into the hub's knowledge base in a daily operating system. And that's the Boss system as well. So one demo I'm going to share with you just in a second. Again, the Boss system is 6 different agents, all trained on your business. Reba is our lead agent. You're going to be able to speak to her, ask her questions, ask her to do tasks for you. And she's going to be your daily support agent inside of Boss. This is the one I'm going to have to quit sharing my screen. You guys want to see one more Boss demo? Can I show you the marketing demo? I think this is something I'm probably personally most excited about continuing to build out as we go, because one question that we have, or you guys have every single day, is as you're, uploading all of your products to Boss. Oh my gosh, so many things are popping up on my screen right now. Every day as you're uploading products to Boss, the next question is usually, okay, now do I have a marketing plan ready to execute with all those products? Oh my gosh, I can't even I can't even move my screen, you guys. All of these faces are stuck to the top. Where do we go? Here we go. Can you see my screen now? Marketing demo? Someone give me a thumbs
Yes.
up if I'm on the actual right screen at this point. Okay. So every day, if you're uploading products to Shopify, if you're uploading data in your boss system, and now you're like, all right, I need a marketing plan to support the products I just uploaded. This is something new that we're building out inside of the system, and we're going to continue to build on based on the things that we're already teaching in RBA and in Boutique of Black. So the 6 essential pieces of content, the VAVA method, which is something we teach on in content, our content planning method, laying things out. We have a spreadsheet right now that we typically give to you that we're going to be able to lay out hopefully into a calendar inside of the boss system. But Reba right now is helping you lay all these pieces out and get your marketing plan executed. Whatever she can create or whatever she can put on your task list for your team to help create is happening inside of Boss already. Jim, is there anything you would add to this demo or anything you want to mention when it comes to marketing?
I think one of the initiatives that we're going to be building out quite quickly, and we've already started with the feedback of the members we already have, is that end-to-end marketing plan. So imagine like what she's demoing there, the dresses that came in. It processes the PO, writes the product descriptions for you. They all adhere to Google Marketplace, Shopify, Agentic Shopping. That's all in there for you. All your meta tags, your SEO tags, all that fun stuff is already there. And then you just have the agent continue down the process that you would normally do manually now, that you would go and create social media posts, a blog post, an email. Then you can have segments your customers. Like if you brought in dresses and you had a segment of your customers that really like spring dresses, you can draft an email specifically to that segment. So it's this end-to-end marketing that we're working on to take so much of the administrative workload off of you from a tactical perspective. So you're not working in the business, you're more working on the business.
I think what's really cool about this is you have the opportunity, right, for your agent to help draft and build all these things for you. But whether you're in Retail Bootcamp Accelerator or you're in Boutique Black, then you still have Sarah and I teaching you the latest every week, or you have your one-on-one Boutique Black coach helping analyze this for you one-on-one every single week. So yes, you have the agent, you have the data, you have the tool, and it's done for you. But then you have a real life human to help make sure, okay, this is right for you and your customer every single day as well. All right, let me go back to this.
Awesome.
All right. If you guys have some questions.
Yeah, Jeff,
Sure.
there was quite a few questions. You mentioned shop blocks. Is that what it was called? There was some questions about actually finding it in the Shopify app section.
Give me 1 sec. I'll come back to you on that.
Okay, thanks.
Let me verify.
Trust but verify. All right. Back into it. So questions on Retail Bootcamp Accelerator. Again, I'll show this slide one last time for our time together during summer school. What's all included? It's your ongoing retail bootcamp updated modules. Those of you in bootcamp, you still have access to those as well. We'll continue with year-round small group coaching, our implementation like seasonality workshops, our private Facebook group, weekly guest experts every single Thursday, 10 a.m. Central Time, our massive workbook, our invite to the LA experience, which also includes Boutique Hub Black as well, our Boss AI operating system, and then the Hub's general membership. So typically that's about a $559 a month value if you look at the individual prices of all of those things. And our founder pricing just until June 26th is going to be $149. Again, 59 of that is already the Hub's membership included, which is super awesome. So lots of opportunities there. This is something I often hear from you guys. So if you're like, oh God, I can't afford that right now. I bet this is the number one piece of feedback we get from people who have gone through this program before. I really can't afford it, but I did a payment plan. I implemented only a couple of things and had my most successful and profitable year yet. Or I always thought I couldn't afford it, but then I figured out how much inventory I was buying and I wasn't selling, and I realized I couldn't afford not to do it, right? It makes a huge difference just finding that money that's hiding in your business. And let me jump forward a few slides. I look at it like this. If I actually implemented what I learned and my current average order value is $70, if I can pick up 2 new orders a month, it's paid for. If my average order value is $110, if I get 1.3 new orders a month, it's paid for, right? So it doesn't take much. Implementing just a few small nuggets every month is putting you money ahead. That is our goal with every single program we offer at the Hub, whether it's membership, whether it's RBA, whether it's Boutique Hub Black, is this should pay for itself right off the bat, beginning of the month. And if it's not, we're not doing our job, right? But it's a gym membership and you still have to show up and use it. You've still got to show up, learn the latest strategy, and just take one nugget at a time to implement it. So, couple dates to remember that are going to be coming up soon. Those of you who are jumping in right away into Retail Bootcamp Accelerator, I think we're knocking on the door of about 300 of you so far. Our bonus AI day is going to be coming up next Tuesday. So you're going to get an email right away Tuesday morning with a link to join us, and we're going to cover all things, not just Boss, but AI in general to make sure you're leveraging the latest tools so that AI can allow you to do what you do best and be more human, build more of a community, show up and build relationships with your customers. AI is not the be all end all. It is not the saving grace. It is simply a tool that, when used effectively, can create more time so that you can do what nobody else will ever be able to replace inside of your business. So be there on Tuesday. We're going to be digging into all of those things. And then when does RBA actually start? The 17th and 18th is going to be our orientation. You don't have to come to both days. Just pick one, whatever works best for you. Sarah and I are going to just be showing you around the platform, giving you the lay of the land, kind of setting you up for success in the first couple of weeks, making sure you've got your Google Calendar updated, you've got all the links that you need and all the information to be successful. Then our first coaching call will be on June 24th. We'll kick off layer number 1, all the way back to the mindset, to the foundations, to the story brand framework, laying that foundational system in the 6 layers of retail. And then, of course, on the next day, on Thursday, June 25th, our first guest expert will be joining us. Up until that point, if you are getting started with the Boss system, which I think is this the next slide? Yes. So we are onboarding in groups of 25. It's actually been more than that every single day. Jim's inviting people almost as fast as they come in. This is the first opportunity when you join RBA. The very first link that you're going to have to click is going to be for the Boss System waiting list. You'll be able to jump on the wait list, and then Jim's hosting daily office hours at noon, Monday through Friday. The system will onboard automatically for you. It will walk you through all those steps. But if you have questions or you find a bug, right? Because there are things that are broken that we've been fixing because this is in beta. Or if you have features that you're like, hey, Jim, how about you wave your magic wand and you get AI to do this? He's taking that feedback as well. So that's happening every single day inside of our office hours. All right. What does an average week look like inside of RBA? Well, on Mondays, you're going to get an email. Make sure our emails are hitting your inbox with the weekly plan. This is what we're focusing on. This is what the topic is. If you want to, work ahead and do any homework in the done for you modules, here's where you should go. That's going to go out on Monday. Typically on Tuesdays, you'll have an opportunity to meet up with Jim if you have more boss specific questions. But then the coaching is really Wednesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. Central Time, both of those days. We'll alert you. I think some of them are already on the calendar, if I remember right, on some of our implementation workshops, and they're going to be focused on seasons in your business. So back to school season will be a huge one. Holiday season, New Year season, New Year, New You, setting your year up for success, paying those taxes, spring cleanup season. All of those are going to be coming specifically along the way. All right. Already hit on this. What's inside of RBA? You guys know. But I did want to add this slide for you today. I haven't had this the last couple of days. Some of you are here and maybe RBA isn't right for you right now. And you're like, you know what? I've got some things to figure out first. I just want you to know, like Jeff said, there's still a place for you here at the Hub. So if you want to jump in and just start with general membership, just dip your toe in the water and say, what does it mean to be a part of this community? I really want to invite you to do that. So inside of the Hub, the most important thing you can do first is you're going to join and you're going to get inside of one of these Facebook groups. So our main members group is where we're talking day in and day out about a number of things. You can ask questions there, kind of connect with all of our team, all the members. But then there's literally 14 groups. So whether you sell home and gift, or you're a mobile boutique, or you have plus size questions, or you sell Western, or you sell children's, we're going to connect you with like-minded boutique owners inside of those niche groups. Maybe you're a multi-million-dollar boutique owner and we want to get you in the highest level group. We'll get you in there as well. Then this other group, because Sarah uncovered yesterday that you've got a ton of inventory that's just sitting there and you're like, okay, I've restyled it, I've reshot it, I've reposted, I've done all the things. It's still not moving. Now what? Our inventory exchange was the very first inventory exchange ever created on Facebook. I'm super proud of that. It was kind of a pioneer thing several years ago. It's still in existence today and it's crushing every single day. So if you have things you need to just try to sell to other boutique owners, and if you're looking for new brands you want to test out in your store, this is a really great way to do it. Whether it's full packs, broken packs, maybe you're home and gift and you want to sell at wholesale to other apparel retailers. Maybe you're an apparel retailer and you're like, I just need to move these things. I'm selling them all at wholesale and I'm a home and gift retailer and I want to test it out. Go for it. Do it inside of the inventory exchange group. We've got tons of amazing content opportunities inside as well. Shout out to Shannon. Shannon Gordon on our team is a content genius. She goes live every single month and helps you plan out content for the next month ahead. She does a post every single Sunday with content ideas, done for you marketing graphics every single week. And she's kind of giving you the latest of what's working in terms of engagement on social media. Plus, our Ask Ashley AI bot is in membership. And then Samantha Connor, shout out. There's nearly 1,000 wholesale members that are members of the Boutique Hub. Many of them give you guys discounts every single day. Our goal inside of membership is that membership pays for itself. So when wholesale brands or amazing service providers, shout out to ULA with Faves, the many attorneys that we have that help you with trademarks, the virtual assistants that we have, store supply, and some of the great supply companies we work with, the bag companies we work with. Many of those people give you guys discounts because you have that badge of trust being a member of the Boutique Hub. And then when you come to market, whether it's Atlanta next week, or you're coming to Dallas, or you're coming to Vegas and going to Magic, look for our team at market. Look for these hub signs. The brands will have these. We'll have these in the showroom. And then we've always got hub member bags, swag, education, drinks, phone chargers, all the things inside of our showrooms at market. And if you're a member of the hub, come on in, see our team. We're going to talk with you guys, help you kind of work through whatever it is you're facing in your business that day. All right. Last slide, last opportunity to jump on and join, be a part of Retail Bootcamp Accelerator. I'll leave this slide up. And then I know you guys still have some questions. Sarah, I see you. So questions on RBA, on membership, on Boutique Hub Black, or let's just keep picking Jeff's brain and we'll make him hang out here with us as long as we can for the next 3 hours. You have free, right, Jeff? You'll just hang on?
Uh,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He's got booked with one-on-one calls. I know that. All right. What questions do we have? Sarah, Samantha, can you shout them out?
All right.
I got one. Jeff, what are your top three favorite Shopify apps?
judgeme.com, judge.me for sure. I think that one's really going to do well this year. If you've noticed inside your Shopify, if you go to your Shopify analytics and you notice a bunch of Singapore traffic or Chinese traffic, you need to get rid of that. There's a great kind of boutique style app that works really, really good. It's called Unicorn Geo. That works really, really well to block out that Chinese and Singapore traffic. And then some sort of image optimizer. If I see one penalty that comes across, you know what? No, that's not an app. I'll tell you this. The third one's going to be a non-app. It's going to be a free service that's on the web called Squoosh. If you have a slow load speed on your page and Google's penalizing you for slow load speed, use Squoosh. Pop your images in there first and then load them to your page. It's really, really good. It'll optimize your images and get rid of that Google penalty. Squoosh, by the way. It's weird. You won't forget it, but
All right, question. I've started doing pop-up shops. What is the best way to turn those customers into repeat customers? I do check out with Shopify. They don't always want to give their info, their email or phone number. Do I add a business card in each bag or how do I get their information?
do you have a website?
She says she checks out with Shopify, so I'm going to assume yes.
Okay, yeah. So immediately after they buy from you, within the first 7 days on a pop-up shop, send them a new arrivals catalog ad or email. Let them know. Be like, hey, Ashley, thanks so much for shopping with me at the Pumpkin Festival or whatever it was. I don't know, thanks so much for shopping. I thought you may love something in our new arrivals collection. Present that collection catalog to them. Clavio does it as a collection, but also ads do. And so either way.
I would say too, if they don't want to give you that email, do a giveaway. So have an iPad it set up, have some really cool thing, make sure you have signage for it, but do a giveaway to get people to give your email address there as well. Other questions? Sarah, Samantha.
I just see lots of people saying they've joined, they're jumping in, and we're excited about it. And yes, if you did just join this morning and you want to get in the boss office hours that are coming up here in 11 minutes at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, be on the lookout for your invitation for that. Because yeah, if you jumped in, you can get started in that office hours right away today.
Okay, I've got two questions. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, just real quick. What time is the thing on Tuesday, the AI day on Tuesday? It's 10 a.m.
10
And then
a.m.
yes, that is recorded and all of the onboarding, weekly calls, all the RBA calls, those are all recorded as well. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Samantha.
If we're trying to block Chinese traffic, Jeff, what do you recommend?
Unicorn Geo, the app. And then look in your Shopify analytics to see what specific countries are hitting your page and then block those specific countries. There is one other thing you need to make sure. Make sure that you have no ads running to the entire world. If you're an advertiser, make sure that none of your ads are all locations.
And then the boutique that you shared, Jeff, that was styling videos and she was selling out her front table. I can't remember. What was the name of that boutique? Who is that?
Reign, Reign. She's in Tampa. Check out her Instagram page. They do most of their styling videos on Instagram, FYI.
The
What is
shop
the
blocks. Oh,
You got it.
The Shop Blocks app that he had talked about, it is the one that the people were dropping the screenshot of up top. It's called Shopify Checkout Blocks.
Okay, if you're
How
a
does
brand new boutique and you have a physical and online store with very little traffic, what would be your first step in generating traffic? Step one, what would it be?
Well, the rent on a building is more expensive than the rent on a website. So you got to start there. You got to start there. You got to get people in the store. So I would start with a local foot traffic campaign, and I would make sure I have that bill paid first, and then I would start with a probably a national engagement campaign online. So let me tell you this: a Google local foot traffic campaign. You can YouTube it. How to set it up? They're super simple. You can, for an average size city, you can run for $5 a day. It's like a traditional, commercial that runs in your local area. Just run it for your local town, 30 or 40 miles around your address, but $5 a day will get you there. You can usually get people to request directions to your store for about a penny. Think about back in the day when you used to send out postcards to your entire city. Like, what's that cost now? $4 a postcard or something stupid. But think about doing it for a penny. You're hitting every woman in your city for a penny. It's a good investment for local traffic.
What's the best platform to use for local? Did you say Google local traffic ad?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's split pretty evenly between Meta and Google. Google's the cheapest. Meta, if you do Meta, go back to that brand that, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a soccer mom, I'm a school delivery person. Like whatever. Like go back to those sort of things and get the brand awareness out to your local Meta audience for sure.
Yeah. Tommy Brock, I just want to call you out because there are so many people who are in this boat or who have been in this boat. I have personally been in this boat. She says, I'm a stay-at-home mom of three littles with no village to help. Time is my biggest issue. I can't seem to fit in enough quiet time during the daylight hours to produce content. Tips on making enough hours in the day. I have three littles. Now they're three mediums, middle school, high school. I have no family anywhere in my area who's ever been able to help with the kids. It's literally been my husband and I as we started this business and started to build this business. So I would say, first things first, we teach something called the four-part to-do list. And that is in the foundational layer of RBA. It literally came out of the stress of dealing with what you're dealing with. And it's how we can set up time blocking, batching, and theme days. Batching, creating social media content, I think, is one of the most important things everyone can do because who feels creative 24/7, right? We need to sit down when we have the time, have a strategy and a checklist and a repeatable system of what we need to build so that we can go ahead and build it. And then I want to encourage you. We talk a lot about scaling from entrepreneur to CEO, right? If you can find, for me, I had Beth and Meredith. Both of them started with us when they were in high school for maybe like, let's just say 3 hours a week. And I'll use simple math. If you have a high school intern or a college intern who can come in and just support you, whether it's just playing with your kids for 3 hours, let's just say it's $10 an hour. Granted, I know it's probably more than that, but 3 hours for you to sit down and batch all your content at $10 an hour, that's $30. If you had 3 hours back in your day to batch that content, what could you sell in that time, right? If you went live, if you batch content, if you ordered new inventory, got it uploaded, and learned how to run a $5 a day ad campaign, how much money could you make in 3 hours? I bet you it's more than $30. So for us, it was really like stepping over that how just I would say money mindset issue of I need to DIY my way forward. I need to save my way forward. If you can take just a little bit to invest it in creating more time, because time is the only thing limited in this world, there's an opportunity to scale your business and to create a lot of opportunity out of that little bit of time investment. So I see you. Keep going. Keep showing up. You're doing amazing. Penny, I don't know where I belong with these options. I think I'm ready for BHB, but I'm not sure. Hey, jump on a call with Samantha. Samantha Connor can walk you through that. She can help you. So, let me go back to her slides way back. She can drop the link. You can drop the link in the chat. And she can help walk you through that decision. All right. Other questions? Other questions? Okay. All right. Last chance, you guys. If you're taking actions based on what Jeff shared today, what Sarah shared yesterday, or what I shared on day one, this is your last call. Shannon Gordon's on the countdown. As soon as we end this, she's going to go pick her winners. So take a picture, tell us what you're implementing, and tag us on Instagram.
I do just want to address one other question because I saw it a few times. Michelle had asked, she said, if I don't have a website yet, should I get one of those before I join any of our programs? Or a lot of beginner type questions there. Don't wait. Because I think one of the big things that we hear from store owners is of all ages is I wish I would have access to this when I got started. And, we're going to tell you a lot of the things to do, but I've raised two girls, and I think some of the biggest lessons that they learned is what not to do, right? And want to test out a few different things, all the things. But here at the hub, Jeff mentioned this earlier. Ashley did too. I remember when I had my store, my head was down working all day, every day. And sometimes I'd walk out at night and I'd have no idea what was happening out in the real world, right? I just knew what was happening inside my business. And as fast as technology is changing, all the different things are changing in our consumer behavior. They're inundated with so many different things. You need somebody in your corner being the eyes and the ears and helping you, guide you, and advising you on things to do, but also things like, nope, we're not doing this way anymore. This doesn't work. Right. And that's where we really come in. And Ashley mentioned that, like, if we're not doing our job, you let us know. We want to be saving you money, reducing risk for you, and creating opportunity in every aspect. And that's what we work so hard to do. So if you're just getting started, you're exactly where you need to be. And let us help you along the way. And as those of you guys that are been in this business for a while and you're like, man, Sarah, I resonate with what you're saying. I don't always know what's going on outside because I am working so hard. You don't need to do it all by yourself. That's what we're here to help you guys with.
Man, that's the thing. Let's just talk about that. Business is freaking lonely. Right? How often are we just spinning our wheels inside of our own four walls, trying to figure it out? And then you get on social media and you're just inundated with do this, do that. What about this? What about that? And then you're looking at all the boutique owners you follow and you're like, man, I just need to do what Sarah's doing. I just need to do what Samantha's doing. I need to do what Jeff's doing. But really, like, no, we need to just dig into what you're doing and optimize and do it better. There is a strategy and a system. So you guys aren't alone. I mean, jump into the community. I've seen some amazing friendships get built here over the years. And so I hope you guys, find a home here inside the hub and find some amazing boutique owners to rely on every single day. All right. Next time we're going to get together is going to be at Summit.
So
right?
clarify where.
Next time
Yes.
of being together is going to be at Summit. So we can't wait to see you guys in person. Yeah, we'll see you at some markets between now and then, right? We got Atlanta, we've got Dallas, we've got Vegas coming up. But if you guys loved the format of summer school and just the coaching and teaching, we do this all day long at the Boutique Summit. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be at the Hilton Anatole in Dallas, right before Dallas Market starts in August, August 16th and 17th. So if you're going to be there, of course, we always have some special meetups and opportunities for Boutique Black students. We do the same for Retail Bootcamp Accelerator. We're going to get you guys connected on that welcome party on day one. So I hope you guys have an opportunity to join us in person at Summit as well. Okay.
Mhm.
This day
But
flew
yeah,
by.
for all of you guys,
These three. Go ahead.
I was gonna say for everybody that's got signed up for RBA, we will see you next Tuesday.
All right. I can't wait. Thank you guys for joining us for summer school. Thank you for trusting us with your business and just the opportunity to work with you this week. It's been awesome. Thanks for your great questions. Jim, Sarah, Samantha, Jeff, everyone in the chat, all of our team, thank you guys for jumping in. Thank you for being here. And we will see you guys soon. All right.
Mhm.
Have a great rest of your week, you guys. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, guys.